the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey y'all, I'm your host Ernie Johnson. I have with me two of my dearest friends, Shaquille O'Neal.
Hello, brother.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Ken Smith.
Oh.
Pleasure to see
I
you
didn't know.
again,
I
sir.
thought you got to bring two guys out. I didn't know it was us.
No, you're my dear friends.
Thank you, Ernie.
For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. LeBron James in action.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. We've got the Atlanta Hawks. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, thanks very much. Now, after college, AI spent some time in the Chinese Basketball League. He found himself and built confidence there, and he was successful there when he played. And you know plenty of players in that league will now try to follow his path. Guys?
David, thank you for that. From all accounts, he was a solid member of that Shanghai team.
Yeah, and for undrafted players, there are now a handful of options to get into the NBA beyond the draft, the G League, and also playing overseas.
Tonight's matchup, two transition offenses. Steve, over your 14 NBA years, who are some of your favorite teammates to run the fast break with?
You know, one that comes to mind was probably the quickest, Tony Parker. I mean, when he first entered this league, he had jets.
Yep.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. Los Angeles making a switch here. AI has checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Alex Len comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Jeremy Lin in for John Collins. On the court for Atlanta, Taurean Prince is out there with Kent Bazemore. Then it's Jeremy Lin, and it's Young, and it's Len in at the center, locking down the middle. It's Young on the wing. He's guarded by AI. Young. Pass to Bazemore. Lin kicks to Young. Again, Young missing.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Back to AI. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. AI's got his first bucket in this one.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
Pass to Young. Rebounded by McGee.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against Detroit.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Right side, Lynn. And Bazemore kicks to Young.
You know, not a good start for him offensively, just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned. And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
Passes it to Lynn. Here's Prince. An 11-point game for him in the win against Detroit. Harris against Land. And stolen by LeBron. Here's McGee. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Beasley's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Ingram comes in for James. And Ball subbed in for Harris. That's good from McGee. The Hawks trail by 4. Carter outside. Lynn against Ball. Lynn the pass to Carter. Trying to get open is Lynn. And it's Carter missing.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
Ball with the bucket.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Here's Lynn. It's deflected. And so it's Los Angeles, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this. You've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain the intensity.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Atlanta, Anderson is out there with Carter. Then it's Dwayne Dedman. Then it's Jeremy Lin.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lets it fly. Ball with the rebound.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down. Look at the Hawks and their history. For the most part, a very successful franchise. They've made the playoffs more often than not.
Kicks to Dedman. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's something you cannot have defensively. Allowing Dedman to power through contact for the potential and one.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Josh Hart, he's checked in for AI. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get right back to the action when we return. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go. AI is checked in for the Lakers. Prince kicks to Collins. Bazemore on the wing. Back to Collins. Young inside. He's guarded by AI. Collins passes to Young. Yep, that one goes in there.
An adept mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Harris is out there with AI. And it's McGee in at the center. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And here's Corey Harris for three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harris has got 7.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only one miss in 5 attempts.
Here's Young. The offensive rebound. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Dedmon.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
AI, he gets it in there. He's got 6.
That's great offense. LeBron does it over and over again, whether it be for himself or for one of his teammates.
Here's Young. McGee with the block. And he's able to get it back.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter.
And Young kicks to Dedmon. Hawks passing it around to the left wing. Prince outside. Over LeBron. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Well, you look at the coaching resume of Lloyd Pierce. Was an assistant for a lot of teams in his time. Stops at Memphis and Philadelphia most notably. Finally gets a chance to be the head coach here in Atlanta.
AI passes to Kuzma. Off target from three-point range.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. The pass to Prince. Feeds to Dedmon. The shot, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. And with Coach Pierce, the most recent stop was in Philadelphia.
Pierce was a big part of the Sixers' turnaround, was tasked with the defensive duties and had a very successful track record with that. Was empowered by Brett Brown to design the defense, and that has become his calling card as a coach.
And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Dedmon's got 4 this quarter. Los Angeles leading by 8. AI kicks to McGee. AI passes to Kuzma. Count the basket. Kuzma's got 8 points.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on him.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's laid up and in by Young.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's AI, and the layup falls. He's got 8.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Hawks trail by 10. Now, here is Young. 15 points in the game. A 3-pointer off the mark. AI in the post. Makes it off the glass.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Platoon swap here for the Lakers. And then for Atlanta. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Len. Collins comes in for Vince Carter. Young is subbed in for Justin Anderson. Steve, there's plenty of discussion that the NBA has become less physical and more over-officiated. What's your opinion on letting guys play a little bit more?
You know, I think, Kevin, it's freedom of movement, and I think when you took out hand checking and obviously arm bar checking and down in the post, it's hard to guard some of these fantastic players with their skill set and obviously with their athleticism. A guy dribbling at you at 100 miles per hour, how do you get your balance without touching him? And I think that's where you start to see a lot of the fouls called. And a lot of fans are looking back in the day saying, well, that wasn't a foul, but I think under the rules, the referees have to call these plays because there's no hand checking.
On the court for Atlanta, the big men are Collins and Dedmon. Young is out there with Jeremy Lin. Here's Kuzma. They get it back. AI with the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I loved the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easily.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron.
Active hands tonight. He may have gambled a bit, but sometimes you have to take chances to make plays, and he did that tonight.
And stolen by James. For the finish, and Kuzma slams it in.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
Young against LeBron. Young taking his time here. Shot clock at 6. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you got to like that they are competing all the way through. Try and maybe build some momentum going into the next one.
Because the execution was not there tonight. That's something they can use this time to work on.
Count it.
And they've earned this, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
You know, you feel on top of the world when it happens as a player, just the relationship you have with the fans.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, congratulations on the win. You were the driving force out there on offense, so why were you so effective?
No, it was help I got from my teammates. I might have logged the points, but they did the stuff that doesn't show up in the box score. So I'd love to take all the credit, but honestly, they had just as much to do with the win as I did.
5 guys making it happen at a very important point of the season. Congratulations. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.